Habari zenu, ama niseme kama kale kasichana ka TikTok kale kanasemanga Shalom my sisters and brothers. I think kanaitangwa daddy's girl. So anywho, habari zenu and karibu to my channel. As I said earlier in my Facebook, so for those who don't know or those who are new, I have a popular Facebook page called Hummingbird. So from that page, I decided to make a YouTube channel. I'm still new in this space. I'm trying to learn the ropes. So if you find this video, feel free to subscribe. So it's on an afternoon right now when I'm doing this video in Nairobi. I am in my house. I'm actually resting. This is after I had today should be Friday. I had a long week. On like 2 days ago I was unwell. I even went to hospital. I don't know if you can see, but this is like from where the injection, this is where I removed the bandage. Is it called the elastoplast situation? I had a food poisoning, but now I'm recovering better, at least. So I've decided to make this video out of boredom and out of the fact that I wasn't doing much, and I know I have to grow my channel. So this is a true story. This is my, for those who know me from social media, I've had the privilege of traveling a little bit in Kenya, in East Africa, in West Africa, even outside of African continent. So my travel stories are many. I've had a lot of adventure traveling, and sometimes from time to time I remember incidences or I remember situations or things that happened when I was traveling. Just give me a second, I pick something. So this plant is the reason why I've decided to make this video. So it's very important for you to remember this plant, because it's the reason why I've decided to make this video. So how does it come in? You just watch up to the end. So before Corona, the story now has begun. Before Corona, that should have been 2019. 2020. Before Corona in 2020, I was working somewhere in an office, like in a government official's office. And then I got a chance to travel for a youth conference in Zimbabwe. You know those youth conferences where you travel, honestly you're not up to much, but you're happy because you'll be given like an allowance. So how I got the chance to travel was actually a friend of mine. He knew it's a he and a she, but they just knew about the conference, and they said, oh, we have our friend, she also likes these youth things. So that's how I ended up traveling. So the story, I'll begin the story now on that day for traveling. It was just like a normal day. Woke up, my well prepared, and as you know, when you're traveling, you're always nervous what to carry, what not to carry. So I packed my bags. I am very sure that my flight was around 5 p.m. The flight, I was going to Victoria Falls. Victoria Falls is in Zimbabwe, via Cape Town. Cape Town is in South Africa, and I was going via Kenya Airways. So all was well. I have no problem. The people who had invited me had sent me the what is it called, the ticket. They do everything and then they send you the ticket online, on the email. So I have my traveling ticket on my email. I know everything about accommodation or where to sleep. They had said that everybody should be able to find where they'll sleep, but they'll give you a certain amount of money to cater for your accommodation, which is good because it helps you to have money, because if they put you like in an expensive hotel, you'll not be able to save money. So here I am, overexcited. I'm traveling. It's my first time to Zimbabwe. I'm excited to travel. I'm excited to just see the things. 5 p.m. comes, and I'm at Jomo Kenyatta Airport, JKI as we call it. Now me, I figured at Jomo Kenyatta, I gave out my ticket. the way you just check in normally. The ticket was like I'll leave Nairobi at around 5 p.m. It should be 5 p.m. or 4 p.m. I can't recall well. But all I know is that I got to Cape Town, which is in South Africa, at around 10 p.m. usiku. 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. At least it must have been 10 p.m. because it's like 4 hours, 5 hours flight. When I was checking in, I was like, for some reason in my head, I was asking myself, you see now I've been sent the plane ticket from the office of the people who had paid for my conference. So I don't know, but in my head I thought, because I'll arrive at nimetoka sasa, I've left Nairobi like today 5 p.m. I arrive in Cape Town, South Africa today 10 p.m. The flight now to take me from South Africa to Victoria Falls was the following day at 2 p.m. As in, nimefika South Africa saa 4 usiku, nikae hiyo usiku yote tena kesho ianze mpaka 2 p.m. ndio nitatoka. So in my head, this was what I was thinking. I was thinking, because Kenya Airways ndio watanitoa huko wanipeleke wherever Zimbabwe, Victoria Falls, either way, au ndio watani sort venye nita sleep or something. That's what I thought. In any case, I was their passenger, and even when they were booking me, they knew that, well, in my head now, they knew that I'll have a time usiku for, those hours, and then traveling the following day. I would later quickly learn that it's up to you as a passenger to figure out your hours, the hours difference, and what to do. And this includes, now the story continues. Nikafika South Africa's Cape Town usiku. It's a small airport. It's not there are those busy airports like maybe Oliver Tambo in Johannesburg. And that one is busy because watu wanakuwa wakiconnect wakienda hivi. But now if you look at the map of Africa, Cape Town ina hapa chini ya Africa. So wale watu wanafika ni wenye wamefika. As in, hakuna ati kuendaenda sana. So it's not as busy. In any case ni usiku. So what do I do? Mi nikashuka the flight. Na nikaenda sasa, nilikuwa nataka kwenda tukaingia ndani ya whatever, ndani ya airport sasa, kwenda kuchukua luggage. So mimi nikaanza kushangaa, kwani hakuna hoteli huku ndani? Kwani hakuna mtu wa Kenya Airways ananiambia kitu? Nikaanza kushangaa. And then nikasema, sawa, ni usiku. At least I know, all I know is that I knew I had money. I knew I had my card, my ATM, and I knew that somehow I'll figure. So nikaenda hapo kwa huyo mtu sasa ni kama exit the airport. Hey ma'am, the South Africans, well, according to me, they are not the most friendly people you'll meet, but they're like, hey ma'am, welcome to South Africa. Welcome to South Africa. So they are just checking my passport. Turns out that ideally, if you are the passenger mwenye atafika huko Cape Town tena kaizo hours zote and you want to leave the airport, of which me nilikuwa nadhani by the time I arrive there will be someone to tell me, your flight has a long layover. Turns out it's not even a layover. It was just a connection. Ni kama kupanda matatu ya forward traveler inifikishe town, and then sasa kutoka town nijua tu vile nitafanya, and then nipande forward traveler ya kesho. Well, that's awkward. But mimi huyo nikafika. So the guy is like, anaona sina visa ya. So people who have traveled a lot know that if you're transiting ama ukifika country yenye utakuwa na a lot of hours, you should make an arrangement to have a visa yenye unaweza toka nayo kwa hiyo airport, uende utafute a hotel to sleep, and iko tu hivyo. So kufika, everything, me I was easy, I was just chilling. I thought they'd figure, hata vile sikuongeleshwa na mtu ndani ya airport as I was heading towards the exit. Nilidhani tu if I go with my passport, niseme nimekuja na hii flight, someone will sort me. Shock on me. The guy is like, you don't have a passport to exit, you don't have a visa to exit, like visa to exit to South Africa. I was like, yes, I don't have, but because I'm going to have a flight tomorrow. Sai hii story na happen kama 11 p.m. because kesho I'm leaving Cape Town for Victoria Falls, which is in South Africa. I just wanted for somewhere to sleep, maybe see the city or something, or even speak to someone from Kenya Airways. I was really open for many options, because even if I left the airport and got an Uber or something, I'd still get my money back, or rather the cost that I had incurred. Turns out that it was not as easy as just saying I can exit, or it was not as easy. They told me to stay aside. I start to get nervous because it's at night. Everybody has exited. Airport imeanza kukua empty. So the guy came, oh ma'am, you should have made your own arrangements. You should have known that you need to get a visa. Then I'm like, okay, I didn't know that I'm supposed to get a visa to exit. In any case, I thought Kenya Airways, because they are the ones who issued me the ticket, and they made that layover to then to tomorrow. I thought they would take care of me, or I just thought, I was just as casual as they come. Where now the person who was serving people, after sani nimemonikae hapo aside, akaita some guy, I think huyo alikuwa manager wake. Oh mom, I don't know, they were just okay, they were a bit harsh. Okay, not in a bad way, but they talk in a cartoon. When you came to they talk like Malema. When you come to South Africa, then I was like, no, okay, I try to manage my temper, but I know sometimes I can get angry. So I was like, now that I'm here and I don't have a visa, and there's no way I can go back to Kenya, and I've made a mistake, and I'm assuming I'm not the only passenger who has ever been in this situation, what can you do with me? Because I was tired of being told, you should have known. Okay, I didn't know. How do we move forward? The guy came now with the manager. I think they were just now there looking at me. They didn't know what to do with me. I'm here. My emotions have gone up and down. Now they are coming. They are trying to consult with each other. Turns out that there is a Kenya Airways manager, big office there. I think they contacted each other. So the guys found me there for Kenya Airways. Me to the Kenya Airways person, me didn't know. In fact, I thought when I arrived and you have brought me, because in the past where I've had such instances, sometimes the hotel takes you to the airport. Sometimes even they can give you a certain visa, or rather a certain stamp where you just leave the airport, you come back tomorrow. So mtu wa Kenya Airways akakuja. Now it was like a crisis. I'm like, saa niko tu hapo, ni usiku, I'm tired, I'm sleepy. Everybody is just talking about my matter. How it was adjudicated, or rather how it came, is that ideally I'm not allowed to leave the airport, even though I had said that all I want is to go somewhere to sleep. I thank God now that President of South Africa amesema tutaweza travel twende South Africa, but then you really needed a visa and they were very strict. So what became of me? The manager and the management of the airport, I think they just saw this young lady stranded at the airport, there just seated. They made a decision that I will sleep at the airport, and then tomorrow in the morning I will go and to the Kenya Airways, they have what is it called? They have a lounge, a business lounge, where I'll go now from tomorrow in the morning. I'll go to the Kenya Airways lounge, which is like a restaurant, a lounge. I stay there until my flight for 2 p.m. Where the place I was taken to sleep is a detention center. It's like a cell of sorts. Why do I call it a cell? I call it a cell because when you enter, they lock you from outside. So it was not a comfortable place in the sense that umeingia unalokiwa, mtu anakuloka akiwa nje. And it was so awkward and uncomfortable. Me, I was like, but why are you locking me in? And that I'm not like a criminal, the way criminals are, wanakuanga maybe. So anyway, it's like a place that is locked. Maybe wale watu wamefanya any crime, wale watu wamekuja na passport yenye maybe sio genuine, wale watu those people in a crisis, they are with all manner of issues, including my issue, because ideally I was trying to exit into South Africa without a visa, and partly out of my ignorance and partly because in my view I thought Kenya Airways would have advised me better when I was living Kenya. Sasa mimi huyo nikaingia kwa Kasel. Sio Kasel pase, lakini ka detention center, sababu unaingia tu hivi ni karum kadogo, unaingia hivi kitanda sijui ni 2x6 ama ndo 1x6 ama 3x6. Unaingia, mtu anakulukia nje na hauwezi katoka, at least kuna washroom. Una sleep, and then in the morning the local arrangement was that mtu wa Kenya Airways atanikujia. Lakini mimi ni nani? Nikasema cause I found myself in this way, na nimefika na nimepelekwa kwa Kasel na ni usiku na sijafanya any crime, of which although anyway lacking a visa in a way is a crime. And the reason why hata hiyo haiku ni hit is because when you are a Kenyan ukienda Zimbabwe you don't need a visa. Mimi nikakatu kwa whatever, kwa hiyo Kasel. I just slept. How I remembered is because in the morning, okay, nilala poa although I was uncomfortable sababu ya kufungiwa. In the morning when I was packing, for some reason, because sasa hata mimi na mzigo wangu tuliingia, for some reason, okay, I didn't steal this thing. I just packed it by mistake because ilikuanga tu ndani ya, in my traveling bag yangu ilikuwa na vitu mingi. So I ended up finding myself with this plant from the Kasel in Cape Town, the place where I was detained. So asubuhi okay, venye nilifasa kwa Kasel, hiyo mata ilisovua kitu hapo hivyo 1 PM ama 12 noon. So venye niliingia kwa detention, me I was like, let me make myself comfortable even though I'm not too comfortable. Nika sleep. Nililala vizuri maybe from 2 PM. Nikaamka kitu 8 PM hapo. But I also noticed that hapo nje kuna watu walikuwa wanatembea. I think they are the security officers, and also because there were also other people who were detained into the other 2 rooms for other reasons. Nikaamka kitu by hapo 9 nikaamka. I took a bath, nikapanga tumizugo twangu including hako ka flower kinye nilipanga by mistake honestly. Na nikaenda hapo kwa lounge ya Kenya Airways. The manager was nice. I was given breakfast, or rather tu kuna tu food huko, you can see it, kuna ka wifi. Nikigojea flight yangu ya 2 PM. So that was my story for being detained. So next time you're traveling Wanderlust, just make sure that you know that if you're transiting through a country, hata kama unaenda country C lakini utafika country B na unataka kutoka, make sure you know their visa regulations, because at the time I was leaving Kenya going to Zimbabwe through South Africa, and I needed to have made an arrangement to have a transit visa. That is me, and that's my story.